Hi everybody, it's Sam at Mixed Up Craft. Thank you for watching my tutorial today. This is project number 2 of my creative Christmas card series, and I just fell in love with this cute Santa Claus image. And these are from the papers that I've been using quite a lot in my Christmas projects. And I just wanted to make a card with this as a feature image in it. So this is a center step card, or center stepper card. There's a few terms, names for them. And it just folds flat, fits perfectly in your envelope, which I'll explain and tell you all those measurements for. And you can see there, I've got a nice room for sentiment on the back, and then it's just finished off with these lovely little embellishments. So nothing too major with this one. It's all for me centered around this lovely little image. And it's just got a really, really lovely, cute feel about it. Okay, so let's crack on and make it. Okay, so you will need just a few bits and pieces, not much. So this is just the papers that I've used. So it's by this company here. And there was 2 sheets of 12 by 12 with all these lovely images on. And I've got a project already with one of them. So I really liked this little image here. So I've kind of worked this card around that. So that's that bit. I've just got some embellishments that I'm going to use later on. So for your main piece of card, for the actual card itself, this is 8.5 by 6. Okay, then you need 2 pieces. So I've got one in white for my sentiment at the back. This is 3 3/4 by 4. And then the other piece here is this green piece, which is for the front. So again, 3 3/4 by 4. And then I've got the image on top, which I'm aware probably nobody else will have this unless you've got leftovers, because this was from last year. But it's a nice, the green is the nice size for you to then mount on whatever it is you want to do, okay? Then you need 2 pieces of 3 1/8 of an inch and by 7/8 of an inch, okay, so it's 2 pieces, and then these little ones are 7/8 of an inch squared, because the square that it's going on is 1 inch squared, so it just gives you a nice little border. Okay, so what we want to do first is grab your trimmer. So I will, if you don't have a trimmer, I'm going to show you how to also do this with your cutter, just your hand knife and ruler. Okay, so first of all, now I've already done it, but I'm still going to talk you through it. Now with this particular the Fiskars trimmer that I've got here, you have along here, you can see, can you see here, it's got a gauge all the way down the side here, which is what I'll be using. And also with this piece here, just on the side, if I can come up into focus, there we go, on the side of this here is like a little plastic, like little line, and that lines up and corresponds with your measurements. So that's what you'll be using with your trimmer. Okay, so pop your card in. Now over on this side I've got 1 inch, and that's perfect because that's the measurement I'm using. So I'm just lining this edge of the card up with 1 inch there, okay? And then move this dial so it's also in line with the 1 inch marker there, okay? And then drop your trimmer down, and then you're going to score from 1 down to 5 1/4, okay? Like so. So that's from the 1 down to 5 1/4 using the little gauge on the side of this here. You lift it up and it will cut that one there for you. Then move your card along so that this edge is now against the 1 inch here, like so. Again, line up this with 1 inch and drop that down. Make sure everything's all lined up, like so. And again, just cut that down to 5 1/4. Okay, so that is everything done with the trimmer. Now, like I said, if you don't have the trimmer, what you can do is just grab your ruler and your cutting knife, and all you need to do is come in from 1 inch and just put a little pencil mark, and then with your ruler, bring your ruler up so it's flush with the top here, and then starting from 1 inch, again, just cut down to 5 1/4. Okay. So again, on this side, you're just going to come in 1 inch and just mark with a pencil there, and then put your ruler so it's flush with the top of your card. And again, starting at the 1 inch, cut down, to 5 1/4. Okay, so you'll get exactly the same as I did. Ooh, dropping everything on the floor. Okay, now grab your scoreboard again, and we're just going to do a few little score lines. So pop your card in. And the first one is going to be 1 inch, but you just want to score to the start of the point, basically the very beginning of that cut line that we done. So you're just going to score up to that, and then you can grab a ruler if you don't want to just kind of eyeball it, and just hover your stylus until you get to the other end there and the other corner and start of that cut line, and just score. Okay, so you'll have a score line there and a score line there, but nothing in the middle. And do your next one at 2, so exactly the same, 2 inches. You don't want to score at all there, and then 2. The only one we're doing now in the middle is this one here, which is at 4 1/4. So there's your 4 1/4, hover your stylus until you get to the other side of this cut line and score all the way down. And then the last one now is 5 1/4 to that end of that cut line, and then again down here. You just want to score. Okay, I'll just bring that one up there. You can see all those score lines. Oh, the focus is really playing up today. There we go. Okay, that's what you want to have. Okay, so that's all the scoring, and that's kind of the faff done really now. It's just all the fun bit of decorating it. So just a little bit of folding. So what you want to do is the first folds here are going to be mounting folds. So just pinch and fold those ones like so. Naturally then these ones will become valley folds, so those next ones. Then this one is a mounting fold, and those back ones are mounting folds. And once you've done that, it will all then naturally fall into place. And grab your bone tool and just go along and just make sure you've got nice sharp lines for all of those bits. And now when we put that up, there's your card. Okay, so now it's the fun part of decorating. So I'm going to do my back one first. So I've got this one, and it will fit nicely in there, giving you a nice frame. If you want to decorate these side pieces as well, then you'd need 4 pieces of this measurement here, and that will sit in those edges. So I'm just going to stick that one down. Okay, so again, just get that nice and centered, giving yourself an equal border, like so. Also, while I'm here, the envelope for this one, so this particular card measures 6 by 4 1/4, so it'll be 6 by 4 1/2 will be your closest measurement. So here you've got 6 by 4 1/2, so it's telling you that you're going to need a piece of paper that's 8 1/2 by 8 1/2 squares, 8 1/2 by 8 1/2 square, and your first score line will be at 3 3/4, and you'll get a nice envelope for this card. Okay. And then flip it over, and let's pop in these side ones. You have to open this one up actually, because it goes down the bottom here first. And again, give yourself a nice even border, like so. Okay, and then these two here go on the front squares. Now, what I was going to say is what you might want to do is do a square piece here and have this as a long piece of DSP. So just play around, because obviously I've worked mine around that little sense, that picture that I had. So I've just made a little boo-boo there. Can you see? I've peeled off my some of my card, so I'm going to have to find an embellishment or something to cover it. I'm not getting rid of this card. And that's that one. Might be able to get away with it, might not really see it. So you can see now that's all coming together there. And then just got to stick that on the front. Oh, I love it. He's so cute. I've just fallen in love with this Santa. He's lovely. So again, making sure you don't rip your card like I just did. Give you a nice even border. There we go. So that is the card done. I've then just got some of these embellishments, and what I was going to do is put them in the circles. I thought that would look quite nice, and it might take the eye away from the fact that I made a little mistake there. Now these were, I used them in a tutorial before, and I've gone through quite a few of them now, but they're actually to go in your hair. I got them in New Look in the UK, and they were on offer. Let's face it, who would want to stick these in their hair? But they're not, they've got no adhesive on them, but if you just pop a glue dot in the middle of each one, then they actually turn into really nice little embellishments. So I'll just show you, that's sticky but the actual inside isn't. So I'll just put a glue dot now in the middle of those, and then I can sit it in the middle of these circles. I just thought it would just bring a nice, because it's like a bronzy colour, I thought it would work quite nicely. And it just brings a little bit of shine. So I'm just going to stick some more of those down. And there you have it. Just finished it off with some lovely little embellishments there, which I just think just finishes it off perfectly. And I really like that. And there's the back then to write the sentiment. So it's quite straightforward. It was all around this lovely image here that I just fell in love with and used the matching papers. So I hope you enjoyed this second project of my Christmas creative card series. Please subscribe so you get to see the rest of the week and my other Christmas projects that I've got to come, and hit the like button if you enjoyed it today. So thanks for watching everybody, bye!